I think that's the biggest circle I've seen on TV, actually, I have to say. When it comes down to it, it was an incredible amount of space. Tech G with less unforced errors there, that's important. You know, you can talk about the senior beating the junior, but the junior put a really good, you know, knife into the senior. I think he did.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is one of the best match of Tech G. And this gives confidence to the young players, and match exposure like that, it's great for young players in Malaysia.
Well, this is the final match of the tie. This is the first day of match day 9. Match day 2 is tomorrow, of course. Des Cork will be here in the afternoon. I'll be here in the evening. And we've got Ian Wong and Lu Ming Hu for Petaling, taking on Tan Wee Gian and Yu Hong Keng. We'll be back just after the players get settled down and the managers get interviewed on court.
Well, let's get back to JD and let's listen to the manager, what they're going to say about their players.
All right, down here with the managers. Last chat before the end of this tie. First with Lieutenant Colonel Wong Jit for this particular match. You haven't played Ian for a while, overall in Petaling BC's structure. How will his partnership with Ming Hui work against this Puchong United pair?
It's the second time we fielded, we fielded Yan and Ming Hui, the first combination between both of them. And we're looking forward to a good match. Hopefully they can pull a surprise from Puchong United.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel Wong. Over to Irina Inazemtseva from Puchong United BC. Your pair, 2 wins together in the Kopiko Purple League. You need a 3-love win to get this tie, to win this tie. Is it possible?
Yes, we need again 3-0, same like yesterday, and men's double 2 is a deciding match. But for today tie, that's the pair. So we bring it on. So tunggu dan lihat.
I like that. Back to you in the commentary box. Let's enjoy this match.
That's very cute from Irina. Tunggu dan lihat. That's when, you know, our managers and players, they've been staying in Malaysia quite long and they can speak Bahasa Melayu. Well, let's get back to our very last match today. Ian Wong partnering Liu Minghui against Tan Wee Gian and Yu Hong Keng. 4 of them are our very young players. And look at this, Hong Keng, world ranking 253, 22 years old, and this is a great platform for them to be better, getting the exposure from media, from the fans. I think it's a great thing for them to prepare for international tournaments. And being doubles player, like just what Lieutenant Colonel Wong Ajit said, Ian Wong and Liu Minghui, they're being paired up for the very first time. And I think it's great to have new players partnering each other. So manager themselves would know which strength they have and what to be improved in the future for a new partner.
Yeah, now as we get to the, I suppose, 16 years old here, I mean, we're getting younger and younger players every time we come to these match days. When you get to a point where you already know you're winning, and Petaling are in the lead here, big players, small players, how do you play them? I mean, what do we know about these two pairs as it stands?
Ian Wong and Ming Hui, definitely a young player, but very explosive and wanting to know more, explore more. And I think they'll just do their very, very best here. Wee Gian and Hong Keng, of course, they have been partnered quite a bit. So definitely experience will be their advantage.
Yeah. So, Puchong could still bring themselves back into this. As I said, it hasn't been the best of 48 hours for them. They would have expected to take, hopefully, 10 games away from each match day and be 10 games off Muar City. Now, should the unthinkable happen and Kopiko actually come out and really beat Muar City tomorrow evening, then we might have a situation up at the top. But there are battles from second to fourth. There's only 6 games that separate second to fourth. There are 12 games that separate 5th to 7th. So the top 8 from the 12 make it up to Genting. Still a lot to play for over the next week. Now, early points out the way. Tananu 3-2 up.
Frankly, I'm very happy to see young players playing on court, getting
Yeah,
the
I know what you
limelight
mean.
and attention. And we could see that the way they play, and some of them, they have their own craft, their own beautiful shots, beautiful skill that could be introduced to everybody.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They might re-energize the game, re-engineer the game. I myself, I mean, today of all the, I think from last night's match anyway, with the 2 double match points, that's where I lost my voice. But today, seeing Chen and Xia up against Marquis Kido, for example, take it all the way. I like seeing young players playing. I like seeing young players playing older players. That's what really gets the stories going. And both of them reacted so well.
Yeah,
they really didn't crumble under the pressure at all.
Oh, Ian missed that. So most of the top players won't miss opportunity like that.
Yeah.
But you learn from time, years of training and also experience.
Well, that's why in that crucial match point that was replayed in the men's doubles, the other men's doubles, it was Marquis Kido that won it in the end, because Agrippina was the younger one. He was a little bit more scared, thinking, wow, they had a flawless record up to then.
Yeah.
Agrippina had played 8, won 8. Kido had played 4, won 4, and it came down to 1 point and an umpire decision. But Marquis Kido, as we said, he's put on a few pounds, tiny bit, but he jumped, he took control of it, and that was it. Now, that's the kind of skill that we'd expect from both these pairs in the future, or at least definitely the Petaling pair. Great combination.
Yeah, it's a very fast game. 4 players are playing a really attacking shots. Look at this. Great movement. Well, unforced error.
It is indeed. And it's Ian again. But that was some great movement, some great rotation. All in all, it has been a fantastic match there. I'm going to remind you again to catch, if you've missed any of it, look out for the replays on Astro Supersport of match day 9, day 1, because both matches, and my voice is testimony to it, have been outstanding. Both ties, sorry.
He snapped his string. Look at him.
Oh,
wow.
There's 2 rackets on court.
That's what I said. Young players are just not afraid.
Okay, now I don't know whether it's legal to have 2 rackets on court. That's why he kicked the one, the first one off. But does that beat what Chen did? I think it does. Chen just ran off, went through his bag and brought it back. That was run off, get the racket, the other racket stays on you, lands, kicks the racket off, and then plays.
We need all this action. Yes. It's very entertaining and it's good for the crowd and fans.
It's very, very entertaining.
Good TV action.
Only young players. Let's just confirm this now. It is not national training to run off court and change your racket in any way. There's only a few really audacious players, young players that do it, and it is so much fun to see.
Oh, nice. Right in the middle.
Well, I think all these young players, essentially, I mean, they're just playing the games. Someone just said about Lionel Messi, actually, Lionel Messi, they said even though he's at Barcelona and he's done everything, he still plays football as if he's 10 years old. That's the exact quote that came out from his manager. That's what you need. You need to have the fire in your heart to keep playing.
You know what's the big word? Passion.
Passion is the big word.
You cannot take that away from any good players.
Yeah, the world-class players have it in them. Now, as that one goes long, and we're getting to the business end of this game, that's 9-6 to Tananu. Ian with a few errors. Unforced errors, 6-4. 6 to Petaling.
I should say that I'm very impressed with Ian and Liu.
Yeah.
Because being someone very young
They
and
are very
first time
young.
partnering, I think their movement are great. They know how to cover each other, but they have to be careful with the hard smashes from their seniors, Tan and Yu.
Yeah,
Because
for
so
sure.
far that's how their opponent got most of the points.
Well, one thing I have to say about Tan and Yu, we were talking about defensive rotation. Look at that, that's perfect. We saw it working for a few of the pairs. We saw the rough edges in the mixed doubles. But if you can get it right, it means there's always someone covering one part of the court. You move from attack to defense. So 11-8 for Tan and Yu.
It's a very fast first game, I should say.
So 7 minutes, yeah.
4 players, I think they're enjoying it. Definitely, especially on Ian and Liu, who are not afraid at all to give all they have. By end of the day, the shuttle placement of Tan and Yu are just a little bit more efficient.
And it looks like, should Puchong keep going this way, it's 12-11 on the tie now. That means that it might just take another game away. 2-game haul. Not going to be enough with Petaling Jaya taking away, I think it was this morning, 7. Yes, I'm sure it was, in fact, against Nusa Jaya. Kopiko looking to take about 7 as well. These could be dire times for Puchong United. They could find themselves pegged back into 3rd or 4th space. Don't forget that when the league started in November 25th, on the opening match days, it was Puchong and Muar City that set the standard for the rest of the league. While Muar City have kept going, Puchong have been held back on a number of occasions and are now facing a lot of competition from the likes of Petaling Jaya and Kopiko in 3rd and 4th. As I said, just 7 games separating 2nd, 3rd and 4th. And 14 games separating 5th, 6th and 7th. And it's not all good news for Klang United in 8th either, as technically, mathematically, Serdang and Kajang can both catch them. More probably Serdang, but still lots to play for in the final week of the season. This is the 24th day of action. Roughly 2 to 3 days per match day. And the first day of match day 9. Again, if you do feel like a good day out and you're a badminton fan, then come and join the badminton revolution down at the Sports Arena Sentosa. All the details you need are on www.purpleleague.com. And it's always had people here. Today, a great many, in fact.
Yeah.
That was a good idea.
Definitely, but it was
just
out.
long, yeah. They're still ahead, though, Tan and Yu.
Yeah, but there's rough patches for Ian and Liu actually in the start of second game. But definitely, if they could change a little bit on their momentum or strategy, I think they are just playing a bit too many at the front net. So that opens up more opportunity for their seniors.
So far, so good for Puchong United, and at this rate, it will be tied if they should win the next. No, it won't. It won't. Sorry, they're 1 up, so they'll win by 1 point again. That's exactly what they did yesterday. For some reason, all the teams seem to be aiming at Puchong and Namwa. Great coverage.
Oh, nice.
Shame,
What a great defense from Ian and also Liu. And the great thing that they have is they have big heart. They're not afraid at all.
Yeah,
because so
that's
far,
right.
a majority of the smashes are from Tan and Yu.
Oh, and they're not too good at drop shots. So, Their well-earned lead has been cut down.
Nice one. A great jumping smash from Ian from the back. And that's hard work.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely, I think that's one of the strategy that they should still put in. Because look at that, 7-all, and they still have chance.
That's right. Remember, if they win 3-1, then it's going to be, Tana knew this is, then it will be tied up at 13 each. And absolutely nothing will be taken away from this match day. I know there have been other 13-alls. I've not been here to see them.
Oh, that's really, really far away from the line. I think one of the reasons is just the control of the shot. Somehow, something you're just a bit too excited, having in mind that it's going to go in.
Yeah.
But it's just that he missed that quite far.
Just need 2 points here, and this will be such a good confidence booster for the youngsters if they can. Well, so far so good. Tan and Yu have come out and usually close proceedings for Puchong United quite clinically. This time, might be facing some trouble. Oh, that was a good kill.
Yeah.
It was in the right place, Tan.
But it's great effort from Ian, moving forward at the net area. Look at this.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit too high. Oh!
Wow, he completely missed that.
Big miss.
Big miss. 11-8 it goes to the youngsters. So, game on, and now if Puchong win this 3-1, it'll be tied. If they win it 3-2, they will lose.
Yeah, definitely second game. Again, a very balanced game. It's just that somehow Tan and Yu just couldn't finish the opportunity that they have. And for youngsters Ian and Liu, they are more steady in this second game.
Wow, this is the thing.
Although they were under pressure, but they place the shuttle and get away from trouble really well.
Yeah. And this will, of course, give them a lot of confidence. Just see Romy, the coach there. He's done some wonders with Chen and Xia earlier. Now he's got another young pairing here. So we get into the third game, and immediately, as you can tell, there is a scream as the youngsters take the first point. I can tell you, their teammates, including Lim Yun Fan, standing up watching this. They are willing this pair on.
Oh.
Wow, what are you going to say? You would never see that at the All England, but you will definitely see that at the Kopiko Purple League, and that's what we love. We love the fact we can see the good and the bad.
But that's definitely, it's Liu's shot.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't predict what can happen on court because everybody is so excited.
Let's just hope they don't lose it 11-10. Not at this rate, they won't.
Wow.
Oh, I thought he'd finished that off. Great recovery. That was much better from Talanyu.
Yeah. But definitely the recovery and defense is great. It's just that the last return of shot is just half caught.
And that's never going to be
yeah.
tolerated at all. Chung Yu Chin just asking both pairs.
And it's interesting as well, some singles player being put up to play in doubles. In terms of physically, they are totally two different players.
Yeah.
Doubles player are more explosive, muscular, most of the time more powerful. Singles player, again, it has changed a lot.
It has changed a lot.
They are more powerful right now.
And that's exactly why men's and women's doubles have both blurred into pretty much the same area, because it's been about speed and power all the time. Well, they're opening up now. And they're loving it. 3-all.
Again, Ian has took charge in front of the court, and he's very brave player, and took all the chance really early.
He seems to have also just found his range a bit. Well, just as I say that, service error.
Don't say that again.
I'm not going to say that again. By the way, we almost had another 11-love today. It was 11-1 in the end. Against Janu Jorgensen. Can you imagine? No, never happened in the end. The one stat we haven't had is a straight clean sweep.
Oh, wow!
Well, they found their game now. And as you can see, the entire Petaling bench is standing up.
Yep, definitely a great awareness from Ian. Again, front court. Yep.
You've got them all there. There they are, Janu Jorgensen. But on the other side of him, you've got Tikan Ingram, Lim Yun Fan, Ardiancha, Chen Zhao all sitting there, willing their players on. And they're playing incredibly well. Oh. Well, a little lull in the game, 6-5, but what a spell from Ian and Lou. So, a narrow lead. They just won their first game.
Oh.
And it keeps going their way.
It's very interesting to see how Ian and Liu keep changing the direction of the shots. And actually they did it at the right time so far. And their opponent Tan and Liu just couldn't predict what's the next shot. Again, this is the second time that it didn't go through for Ian. I think he has to improve on that for the next few matches.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because besides that, I think he's doing very well. Fantastic.
Well, Chung Yu Chin is just... I don't know if the players requested the towel down or he asked them to, but... they're taking a bit of a break. Good to see them getting some liquids as well. Now 7-6 and a chance for them, or 6-7, a chance for them to take this all-important third game. And that chance has now fallen back to Tan and Yu. Well, they seem to know where the baseline is.
Wow. serve in doubles.
No. 8-all. The outcome of this game could be the one that decides it. Well, I think it was that change of mind of which shot he was going to play that really made the difference.
I should say it's always a great shot like that, opens up more opportunity for the players. And, well, I think they took it well. Wow, great defense.
It is, isn't it? And a great attack as well, but there's all that space on the left.
Oh, very fast. What a great shot from Ian. Again.
Now, the Petaling bench are going wild. Even Ardiansha Putra just fell off the bench just now. They are going absolutely ballistic over there. They are loving this. Now, it's not all over yet. 9-10, but you can just almost feel the confidence of these youngsters. You cannot beat the speed of youth. You cannot beat the fire of being young. There's absolutely no way.
What a great game.
Fantastic game.
Yeah, I should say Ian and Liu totally took control in this third game.
Wonderful,
Playing
yeah.
very fast. But again, looking at the score, 11-9, it's a pretty close game because
It is pretty close.
Sun and Liu didn't want to give up at all. But yet again, I should say that Ian actually took a lot of important points.
Well, this is it. They were probably nervous at the beginning, and that's why we saw them netting a few shots. But now you're punching fists and screaming, and you've got your whole bench next to you that are happy. And as I said earlier, if it was going to go to 5, all of a sudden, how old you are becomes a burden. You know, you want to kill things off. The older you get, you want to kill things off quicker and quicker and quicker. And you're really playing into the younger players' advantage. Hey, where did they get the hands from? I want to get one of those hands. Actually, my hands are big enough.
But
back to the game. 2-1, Ian and Liu. The chance to cause one last headline for Petaling.
Wow.
Great defense if it wasn't for that.
But I should say here, being excited is one thing, but being composed to win the match is another thing. You cannot just be too excited without thinking, because that's the downfall.
Well, exactly. There's being confident and there's being composed. And we have seen on a number of occasions that the youngsters, especially when they start winning, they start losing, in a sense. They start being more reckless and giving away a lot more errors, and their combinations start breaking down just because they know they're that close. Now, that's happened here, a bit of a loss of focus. And maybe that drop shot will calm them down. Yes! Again, service fault. Not the time to give it away. Is this going to go to 5 as well? It might well do.
We had great matches today.
Absolutely
Wow.
great. Started off
Long
with a 3-2.
matches.
There was another 3-2, then a 3-1, then a 3-1, then a 3-1. Everyone's been scoring.
Nice one. Great coverage from Liu. Actually, Ian has slipped at the back court. But, well, Liu comes in and took charge. Great one.
Well, it's not over yet. I kept thinking that Tan and Yu were just going to keep that offensive motion going, but 2 points is not enough against this raging pair of youngsters. Oh, snatched at it again.
Yep. I think Liu and Yen has started to open up the shot a bit more to their opponents.
Yeah.
That's why they had the chance to just tap it or just smash. Again.
Oh, that was great understanding there. That's sailed out. So the biggest problem now, as you can see, Tan and Yu aren't smiling anymore. Whereas these kids are having the time of their lives. Tan and Yu know that they have now been given the same situation. In essence, Liu Darren losing that game has put them in this situation. But now they are not reacting to it. That's what it's all about. Teamwork. Had it gone according to plan, well, Puchong United should have possibly been maybe 3-4 points clear by now. And Petaling have the chance.
Yeah, half court. Definitely this third game, the defense of Ian and Liu is not as efficient.
Yep. What has to be understood though is, of course, that Petaling have already won this tie. There are only 2 games left to play and they are 3 games ahead. So it really is a question of both teams have nullified themselves. But I think secretly, deep down in our hearts, we'd love to see these youngsters win because they put in such a great performance so far. Now, let played there. That might just slow them down a bit. Double let. Does that exist? And no, it doesn't. And that's why Yu's getting a bit of a talking to.
That's a good warning.
Yeah,
I mean,
speed up your points.
Yeah, they have to be ready most of the time.
Well, well, well. 7-9 with serve. They've shown how explosive they can be out the blocks.
Nice one. What a great shot.
So confidently taken.
Yeah, we could see it here. Definitely they're trying to make Tan and Yu to leave the shuttle most of the time. So definitely that's a great one to take it. And 8-9 now.
8-9, they could do this. They could close out this match. Well, we're leaving it right to the death if they are going to close it out. And that's another game gone, 11-8.
Yeah, looking back at this game, I think unforced error, Ian and Liu really pushed them down, and definitely the service.
Yeah.
They really need to improve that.
Well, that's for certain, but that's being such young players. Maybe that's a bit hard to do. So it's 14-12. And as I said, it's either going to be a 15-12 game or it's going to be a 14-13 game. Either way, Petaling have won the tie and Puchong United have lost at least 1 game. Now, add that to the 1 game that they won yesterday. It means from 2 days of hard work and training and getting your players together, 0 result on the table. It really is the toughest league to play in.
And I think in this 5th game, it's open, 50-50, I should say.
With 25 and 24 unforced errors, and it's 49 already off, what was it, 44, 80 points. But we've also got to remember there's a 16-year-old on court, so we can't really expect, you know, anything less. As we said yesterday, youngsters don't really care about the unforced errors they make. They care about winning points and smashing. And if they can smash against Olympic gold medalists, as Xiao is doing today, even better.
Look at that great shot.
It was fantastic.
Went very low. He just need to do what he need to do at the end. Just push it away. Wow, that's a tricky shot again.
Oh, what a recovery. And another one. And another one.
That's amazing.
Oh, she just couldn't keep it in.
This is when I said overexcited. It's good to be excited, but at a certain point you need to be composed and think what to do next.
That's definitely not composed. That is definitely not what a composed player does. That's what a very young boy does. It's always good to see, though, that they're enjoying themselves, but you're right. Oh, tried to play the little cut shot. So far, you're right, nothing to choose between them. It's 2-1. All the focus is on these boys in black. You can see Chen and Xia up as well.
Yeah, that opens up.
They must be so frustrated by now. This was supposed to be a much easier match. You could say that about a lot of them.
Wow, lots of not so efficient service today. Definitely, there's so much pressure between them.
Yeah, there's 9 service errors for Ian and Liu in this match. There's 9 service errors, not unforced errors. 9 serves that didn't work. 3 for Tan and Yu. That's actually worse, because Tan and Yu are older. Really. Well, that serve caught him out. He's out of position.
Oh!
Couldn't kill it off in the end. Now both pairs are running out of points. Shuffle to be changed. Tan and Yu with the service, 5-3 up. If they remain composed, they could definitely take it from here.
That's a great one. Very daring, I should say.
It is. But you have to be it sometimes. It's amazing if a young person does something daring and it's illegal, they get slapped on. But if they do something daring when it's competitive, it's like, yes. Then it's all from the same fire of being young.
Well, another one, service error.
Yeah, and that's 10 service errors in a match. I don't think I've ever seen that. Another stat that is only to be found when you mix up 16-year-old boys with Olympic gold medalists and, you know, the world #2 sitting over there as well. It's a crazy, crazy situation of badminton knowledge and experience.
I should say some will take it positively and some will feel too much pressure.
Exactly. They'll start feeling a bit
small, like,
claustrophobic.
you know, for example, world #2 is watching me and who am I here?
Yeah, I think Hua Chen Hao is another one. He's in the early days as well, was trying to be, as soon as he got on court, trying to be a little bit too flashy. He was just too young, didn't have the skills. Unforced errors, lost the matches. You do have to give them exposure, but not everyone's going to have, if I may say so, the arrogance of Chen and Xia to stand up there and just take the game to whoever. And that's actually what we're seeing from Ian and Liu here.
placement from Ian.
Yeah,
He's a very skillful player, I should say.
And great at his returns,
Yeah,
his
look
defensive
at
returns.
this. Nice cross court, but again, shuttle placement.
Oh, well, that is the worst.
Wow.
That's the worst piece of combination that I've seen in a while. They actually hit each other.
Look at this. In trouble, but yet again has time to do a nice cross court. Nobody there.
That is a beautiful cross court as well. So, the Petaling bench are now all on their phones. I don't know if they're telling everyone that their teammates are doing really well, but they're still behind here, 6-7. Another let asked for, called. It's incredible defensive returning.
Again. Wow.
That's some of the best returning I've seen all day.
Wow. Nice change of direction that caught Liu and Ian. Again, well done. What a great defense and great show from both of them.
Absolutely, that's some of the best defending I've seen. To be honest with you, if Chen and Xia could defend like that, plus the attack that they've got, you have the ultimate doubles combination. They learned a lot about defending today. Now it's Tan and Yu that are being hustled by the umpire. They're the ones under pressure because these two kids are making all the headlines and stealing the limelight here. Win or lose.
Yeah, half court.
Yep. Left it too high. Well, that looked like it was going out. He still rescued it anyway. Back on the defensive, but they love being there, and this time it works.
Wow, Ian's backhand
is incredible.
Amazing. And look at this, staying very low at the right time. He placed it at the right side.
That's
of
an incredible
the
shot. That is absolutely incredible. So, running out of points here. Can these youngsters pull it off? They're getting closer. It's 9-8. It's 8-9, sorry. They have served. Tan and Yu are in deep discussions because they were expected to deliver another 3-0. Irina Netsetsova, wherever she is, has not seen. Now, I've been talking about the Petaling bench. The Puchong bench are absolutely dead still. They are doing nothing. They don't know what they're seeing here. The Petaling bench have the noisemakers and they're all standing up because I think their young cubs are out. But I just saw Marina, and she definitely would have wanted a bigger hole than this.
Oh.
Well, that's it in the end. It did fall to the more experienced pair, but what a show these youngsters put on.
Yeah, I agree. What a show. 4 players played really well. And I should say that Ian and Liu will be the players that we're supposed to watch for the future.
Yeah, I think, you know, their teammates are definitely going to be proud with what they've done. Their manager, and we said he had a plan. He's a retired lieutenant colonel after all. What a plan it was.
Yeah, a very well-deserving win for Tan and Yu for being very composed and settled. Although they were under pressure all the time from the youngsters, but end of the day, experience plays a bigger part.
And we're going to hear from them in just a minute. That's a confirmation of the final tie score Petaling 14, Puchong United 13. Zero-sum difference for Puchong this weekend. Let's hear what the guys had to say. They're on court with JD.
Right down here with the winners of the men's doubles match. I just need to know, you needed to win 3-0 to win this tie. 3-1 would have been okay. Did you expect such a tough fight from them?
Didn't expect so tough.
But the thing is, did you underestimate them, or because they were so young, inexperienced? Was it because you underestimated them?
I think be a bit pleasure. Then I think it's easy to play, but no. Yeah, I play very good. Yeah, that is game.
And that is very, very good, but you're very, very good as well. You won this match. Congratulations. Puchong United with this match. Congratulations, guys.
So, as we look at the highlights, Sharon, what can you say about these two youngsters?
Very daring, very colorful on court. Nothing to lose, and they played one of their best match together. And again, congratulations to Tan and Yu as well, although being pressured by Ian and Liu, especially Ian's backhand placement. So they keep their composure and keep going. And at the end of the day, they knew what to do against these very excited youngsters.
And I think that was also a problem, though, them being a little bit too excited. It's great for TV. It's fantastic stuff to watch. But you saw enough raw potential in them for them to become a good side?
Yeah, definitely. So, again, the movement of Tan and Yu, I should say, is very, very fluid. Yet again, the really big heart of Ian and Liu really caught our attention. And they are defending so well today from all the hard smashes of their opponents.
I think actually that was the best defensive display I've seen from these youngsters. Now, we're looking at the positioning that Tan and Yu were trying to put them in, but as I said, when they got down, it was only these points that went between them that they'd miss. But when it came to smash time, you can smash as much as you like. I don't mind. I'll sit there and keep returning them.
Overall, it was a fantastic match.
Now, they're on court giving away some rackets and some of the other sponsored prizes that you can get if you come down to the Sports Arena Sentosa. As we look at and you can just hear that Petaling BC declared winners. And now let's go through this match as it happened, or this tie. Janne Jorgensen, world number 2 just this week. Well, he was put under some serious pressure from Tanonsak Sansubunsuk. 9-11, 1-11 were the first 2 games. And then what looked like an injury to Tanonsak restricted his movement. So while Janne Jorgensen looked pretty much on the ball, he had to go to 5 in the end and just take 1 game away for Petaling BC, but he did. That was followed by this incredible match. Chen Jiahao and Xia Chun Kang against Agrippina Prima, Romanto Putra, and Marquis Kido. Agrippina and Marquis 8-4 played, 8-4 won. And Chen and Xia, of course, have been destroying everyone. And believe it or not, this would go down to a double match point. And on that double match point, that's what happened to Agrippina. But on the final point here, it was a racket fault that was called, and they managed to keep that winning record. Now, this was a very good performance from Lim Yin Fan against a similar opponent, Lim Chu Xian, who did come out in aggressive mood, but it was Lim Yin Fan's amazing positional awareness and great shot making that meant she'd come through 3-1 in the end. And that was followed by the mixed doubles, which may be, as we've heard, the last match we see for Chen Zhao, and it was the first match we've seen her play for the last 3 ties. She was replaced by Tegan Ingram. She took a little while to get up to speed. In the end, we saw a couple of flashes, but it was all still too much for Tan and Peck for Puchong United. And in the end, they would come through 3-1 there as well, and then that was followed by this masterclass of Malaysian national numbers. National number 3, New Darren, against his possible rival, Su Tek Ji, in the future. And while Tek Ji took a game back, which was also important, because at this point, Puchong really needed to win all their games and not concede any. As it turned out, they would not just concede one there, but they concede two in the men's double. So the final score, 14-13. Puchong with a -1 after a +1 beforehand. And means that they have taken away nothing from these past 2 days. Jana Jorgensen with a good win. Then look at the shock there, 3-2 for Agrippina and Marquez just getting by. 3-1 for Lim Yun Fan. Aniancha and Chen, 3-1. New Darren coming through in the end. And this is what it means for the table. Moa City still on top, of course. Puchong United now in second, but still to play Kapong and Ampang Jaya. And look at Kapong, they're playing tomorrow evening. They are just now 5 games difference away from Puchong United. That's what has happened today. Now these are the upcoming fixtures. Tomorrow, Des Korkil will be here at 2 p.m. for Serdang versus Klang United. And that's going to be important for Klang United if they want to hang on to that 8th spot. And I will be back here in the evening for Kapong versus Moa City that I'm really looking forward to. Thanks to all of you from around Malaysia for joining us once again for the first day of match day 9 in the Kopiko Purple League. From everyone here at the Sports Arena Sentosa, it's good night.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Lamanya hari ni sampai pukul 11. Kan? Apalah main lama-lama. Cepatkanlah habis. Kan? Okey. Ha? Lepas ni pergi parti director. Hello semua, saya berada di Sports Arena Sentosa untuk Liga Badminton yang pertama di Malaysia, iaitu Kopiko Purple League, pusingan ke-9.